Some cars are more than just vehicles. They are pieces of history, rolling works of art, and symbols of ultimate exclusivity. Over the years, classic cars have reached astronomical prices at auction, with collectors willing to pay tens of millions of dollars for a piece of automotive legend. These aren't just rare cars, they're masterpieces of design, performance, and engineering that tell stories of racing dominance, celebrity ownership, or revolutionary innovation. But what makes a car worth $20 million, $30 million, or even $50 million? In many cases, it comes down to rarity, racing pedigree, and historical significance. From Ferrari race cars that conquered Le Mans to unique Bugattis that survived World War II, these are the most expensive classic cars ever sold at auction, and the jaw-dropping prices they commanded. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO, $48.4 million, 2018. The Ferrari 250 GTO is the holy grail of classic cars. It's one of the most sought-after and valuable vehicles in the world, and when a 1962 model sold for $48.4 million at RM Sotheby's in 2018, it broke records. Why is the 250 GTO so special? First, it's one of only 36 ever built, making it an ultra-rare collector's item. Second, it has an unmatched racing pedigree, winning championships in the early 1960s, including a victory at the 1962 Italian GT Championship. Third, it was handcrafted by Ferrari's elite engineers, featuring a 3.0-liters V12 engine producing 300 horsepower, which was groundbreaking for its time. The specific car that sold in 2018, Chassis 3413 GT, was originally built for racing legend Phil Hill and later driven to victory in multiple endurance races. With its flawless history, rarity, and legendary performance, the 250 GTO will likely remain one of the most expensive and desirable cars in history. 1957 Ferrari 335S Sport Scaglietti, $35.7 million, 2016. Another Ferrari, another record-breaking price tag. The 1957 Ferrari 335S Sport Scaglietti sold for $35.7 million at Art Curios auction in Paris in 2016, making it one of the most expensive cars ever. This wasn't just any Ferrari, it was a racing monster. Powered by a 4.0-liters V12 engine producing 390 horsepower, this car was one of the fastest racing Ferraris of its time. It competed in legendary races like the 1957 Mille Miglia, Le Mans, and the 12 Hours of Sebring, piloted by some of the greatest drivers in motorsport history. Beyond performance, the Scaglietti-designed body made it one of the most beautiful Ferraris ever built. Its sleek, aerodynamic curves set it apart from anything else on the track, making it both a racing icon and a work of art. Owning a car like this isn't just about driving. It's about owning a piece of Ferrari's golden age. That's why it fetched nearly $36 million at auction. 1954 Mercedes-Benz the 196, $29.6 million, 2013. Not all record-breaking classic cars are Ferraris. In 2013, a 1954 Mercedes-Benz W196 Formula One car sold for $29.6 million at a Bonhams auction, making it the most expensive Mercedes ever sold. This wasn't just any Mercedes, it was the actual car driven by Juan Manuel Fangio, one of the greatest Formula One drivers of all time. Fangio used this car to dominate the 1954 F1 season, winning the Swiss, German, and European Grand Prix. The W196 was a technological masterpiece. It featured a 2.5 liters straight-eight engine, revolutionary fuel injection technology, and an advanced lightweight design, making it one of the most innovative F1 cars of its era. Its significance in racing history and connection to Fangio made it an irreplaceable piece of motorsport heritage, justifying its $29.6 million price tag. 1937 Bugatti Type 57SC Atlantic, estimated value $40 plus million. Unlike the other cars on this list, the Bugatti Type 57SC Atlantic hasn't been auctioned in recent years, but experts estimate its value at over $40 million. Why so expensive? First, only 4 were ever built, and today, only 3 are known to survive. Second, it was designed by Jean Bugatti, the son of founder Ettore Bugatti, and is considered one of the most beautiful pre-war cars ever made. With its Art Deco styling, riveted aluminum body, and powerful supercharged engine, the Type 57SC Atlantic was a pioneering masterpiece of automotive design. One of the surviving examples is owned by fashion designer Ralph Lauren, and another belongs to a private collector. If one ever went to auction, it would likely break every record in history, possibly surpassing $50 million. 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB/4 NA Spider, $27.5 million, 2013. Ferrari strikes again, this time with a 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB/4 NART Spider, which sold for $27.5 million at RM Sotheby's in 2013. This car was one of only 10 ever built, commissioned by Luigi Chinetti, Ferrari's North American distributor. The NART, North American Racing Team. Spider was designed as a road-legal Ferrari with a race-inspired pedigree. Powered by a 3.3 liters V12 engine producing 300 horsepower, it wasn't just rare. It was incredibly fast for its time. The car gained even more fame when Steve McQueen drove one in the movie The Thomas Crown Affair, making it a pop culture icon. With such limited production, celebrity history, and Ferrari's legendary craftsmanship, it's no surprise that collectors were willing to bid over $27 million for this beauty. 1956 Aston Martin DBR1, $22.5 million, 2017. Aston Martin's most expensive car ever sold at auction, the 1956 Aston Martin DBR1, fetched $22.5 million in 2017. Why so valuable? The DBR1 was Aston Martin's answer to Ferrari and Mercedes on the racing circuit. It won the 1959 24 Hours of Le Mans, cementing its place in motorsport history. The car that sold was chassis number 1, the very first DBR1 ever built. With its lightweight design, inline-6 engine, and flawless racing history, it remains one of the most coveted British race cars ever. 1939 Alfa Romeo 8 C-2900B Lungo Spider, $19.8 million, 2016. The 1939 Alfa Romeo 8 C-2900B Lungo Spider is often referred to as the Ferrari of its era, and for good reason. It was one of the most technologically advanced and luxurious pre-war sports cars ever built. When one sold for $19.8 million at an RM Sotheby's auction in 2016, it became the most expensive Alfa Romeo ever sold. What made the 8 C-2900B so special? First, it was powered by a 2.9 liters supercharged straight-8 engine, making it one of the fastest road cars of the 1930s, capable of speeds over 100 miles per hour, an astonishing feat for the time. Second, its streamlined bodywork was designed by Carrozzeria Touring, giving it a timeless elegance that still turns heads today. Beyond beauty and speed, this Alfa Romeo was one of the rarest cars ever produced, with only 12 examples of the Lungo Spider ever made. It was essentially a race car built for the road, blending cutting-edge engineering with luxurious craftsmanship. Its rarity, historical significance, and jaw-dropping aesthetics make it a true crown jewel of classic cars, which is why it commanded nearly $20 million at auction. 1962 Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato, $15.7 million, 2018. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato is one of the most desirable British sports cars ever built. Only 19 units were produced, and in 2018, one of them sold for $15.7 million at an Aram Sotheby's auction. This wasn't just any DB4. It was a lightweight, high-performance racing version of Aston Martin's already successful Grand Tourer. The car was powered by a 3.7 liters straight-six engine producing 314 horsepower, allowing it to compete with Ferraris on the track. Its Zagato-designed body made it even lighter and more aerodynamic, enhancing both performance and beauty. Despite its advanced design and high performance, the DB4 GT Zagato struggled against Ferrari's dominance in racing. However, over time, it became one of the most collectible Aston Martins ever, thanks to its exquisite Italian styling, rarity, and historic racing pedigree. Owning one of these cars isn't just about having an Aston Martin. It's about possessing one of the finest pieces of automotive craftsmanship ever created. No wonder it fetched nearly $16 million at auction. These classic cars aren't just expensive, they are pieces of history. Whether it's a Ferrari that dominated the track, a Mercedes that revolutionized Formula One, or a Bugatti that redefined automotive design, each of these cars represents something truly special. For collectors, owning one of these masterpieces isn't just about prestige. It's about preserving the legacy of the greatest cars ever built. Which of these legendary classics would you want in your dream garage? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible automotive content.